Today I went to see Deadpool. Alongside me was my stepmother, who had recently been training to be a cop. In the beginning, everything was going normally and everything was good. I loved the movie and had seen it once before this. Towards the end of the movie though, I noticed an older man who had walked to the top of the theatre where me and my stepmother were sitting, and he sat there. He didn't watch the movie though. He didn't sit down. Didn't do anything except stare at people. I blew it off as just thinking he was looking for someone and couldn't find them. He then went down towards the entrance of the room and did the same thing. Looked up and down everyone instead for another 7 to 10 minutes before leaving. I thought it was odd but continued to watch the movie. About 2 minutes later I saw the same old man walk in. Only this time he walked very slowly across the theatre, not facing the screen or anything. But once again, looking at all of the people, my stepmother looked at me and whispered, "Grab your things and head to the lobby." I began to get a little freaked out. Why would she do this? I went to the bathroom to pee and came out, and there was 4 staff workers standing outside the theatre, and she was explaining how his behaviour was like that of someone about to shoot up a room. He was scanning the room and everyone in it. After a while, the workers took control of the situation and watched the man for a bit, just to make sure that everything was well. 2 workers went in, and after about 5 minutes they came out saying, "Yeah dude, he's standing there and staring at everyone." Soon after we left the theatre, just to be safe. Once getting home, she decided to call one of her cop friends that worked at the station to talk to them about it. And she said he was a middle-aged man and he had a fully loaded weapon on him the whole time he was there, and never once sat down or stopped looking at everybody.
This happened to me when I was 15 and a sophomore in college. As we're all teenagers, I was addicted to AOL AIM Messenger. I would log on every night and chat with my friends about school that day or the upcoming sports events that weekend. I would even occasionally talk to kids my age from the rival high school, knowing that we would end up being friends in college. So I never thought anything of it when a new AIM screen name called SN added me to their friends list. I talked to my friend Brian every day in English class, and he would AIM message me almost every night. We flirted, but we were 15. We didn't know any better than to talk about kissing or maybe going out on a date in the future. It never exceeded flirting and definitely never led to kissing. We were just young, naive children. One night, during a weekend stay with my dad, I got a request from a new user that was 1 letter away from Brian's username. He IM'd me and we started to chat. I asked him right away, "Is this Brian?" And he responded, "Yeah, it's me, what's up?" So we continued to talk for a little bit and went back and forth with our flirty chit chat. My dad was out of town for work and wouldn't be back until after midnight. So when Brian asked me what I was doing, I told him I was home alone, just watching TV and talking to him. He said, "Home alone, huh? What if I come over? Can I kiss you then?" I got really nervous, but told him yes. I gave him my address and then he signed off. I didn't hear back from him. About a half hour later, Brian signed back on, using his old username. I asked him why he made a new one, and if he was still going to use his old one, but he didn't have any idea what I was talking about. I instantly panicked. I ran around the house making sure all the doors were locked, and all the alarms were set. Not 5 minutes later, I heard my front door knob jiggling. I sat on the couch with the blanket over me and my laptop, telling Brian how afraid I was and that I had given someone I thought was him my address. Whoever was at my door tried for a couple more minutes to get in, and then made their way to the back door and then eventually my basement door. Brian told me to call the police, but I was too afraid to tell them about the stupid mistake that I had made, and I knew my dad would be home any minute. My dad is a 6'4" brute of a man, and not one to mess with. If he came home during this attempted break-in, that person would be leaving in a body bag. Luckily, after around 6 or 7 minutes of rummaging around outside my house, the person left. I never told my dad about it, and when I got to school on Monday, I made Brian swear that it wasn't him trying to play a joke on me. I could always tell when he was lying or playing around, but he genuinely looked afraid for me, so I knew it wasn't him messing with me. I couldn't stay at my dad's house alone for the rest of the time he lived there. So, fake AIM user who wanted to get me, please, let's not meet.
My mum has been a drug addict her entire life. It's horrible. When I was younger, she constantly had people coming and going, it seemed the majority of the time. These people were shady fuckers. What did I expect? Though I thought that I'd seen my fair share of experiences, this is one that still bothers me quite a bit. I was about 12 years old at the time. I was sitting on the couch watching Drake and Josh. I think it was. I don't know. I was watching something when there came a knock on the door. My mum wasn't home at this time, so I decided to turn the TV off and remain quiet. Elise? You home? It was a man. I just wanted to drop something off. Elise? I say quiet. Elise, open the damn door. I'm not gonna hurt you. At this point, I was scared. Even as a 12-year-old, when someone says they're not gonna hurt you, there's generally something they did in the past that would prompt you to think that way and need your reassurance, right? He started rattling the door handle. I swear to God, I'll break down this door. You've been ignoring my calls, my texts, you can't run from me. He began pounding and kicking at the door. I ran to the bathroom because it was the only door with a lock on it and hid in the bathroom with the curtain down. I decided to take my bath gun. I had not outgrown playing with toys during bath time yet, and put a little water in it and a shampoo in it. At that point I heard what sounded like splitting wood and footsteps in my living room. I heard him go from room to room, all the while yelling, "Elise, you can't ignore me now, you bitch." Finally he came to the bathroom door and tried the handle. "Oh, so you're in here, huh?" More pounding. He kicked in the door and stood still for a few long moments before ripping open the curtain and peering down at me. He had slick black hair with piercing green eyes, a sad attempt at facial hair, black hooded sweater, and black jeans, black shoes. He had a brown bag in one of his tattoo-covered hands. "Oh, even better. I've seen you around here. You're Elise's daughter. So sweet," he kept repeating. So sweet. That made my fucking skin crawl. He walked over to the window and locked it before squatting next to me. "You're gonna come with me. How about that? I'll buy you some ice cream." I glared at him, trying my best not to look terrified. Not much of a talker, eh? Your mum could learn something from you. He reached his hand out and rested it on my shoulder. In one quick motion, I got my squirt gun from under my leg and began spraying it in his face. He didn't register it first, but quickly began wiping his eyes. "What the fuck is this? What the fuck?" I held my body at him, causing him to fall back slightly and hit his head on the toilet. I grabbed the brown paper bag and ran out of the bathroom and into the hallway. Ran down the stairs. I caught my mum in the entrance and pulled her into the other direction. "What's going on? You're making me drop my things." She quickly caught on that something was horribly wrong and ran with me to my aunt's house. After catching my breath, I decided that I was going to tell her the man and what he did. She quickly recognised him as a man named Tony Wome. She owed him a lot of money. I realised that I was still holding the brown paper bag and my mum wondered what it was. I gave it to my mum and she found a gun inside. I use Tinder pretty frequently. It's usually cool, just people chilling, smoking with some of them. So I matched this dude named Charlie and he seemed cool. He's really cute and plays music, which is super appealing to me as I also sing and play piano. We talked for a little while and I agreed to meet him at his house. Mistake number 1. What the hell did I think? It was a good idea to let a stranger meet me in their home. I don't drive, so I had to take an Uber over. It's a decent way away, so it's pretty pricey. When he buzzes me into the apartment complex, I got this really creepy vibe, but I just couldn't shake it off. I just thought this was nerves. I got up onto the 3rd floor and he's standing at the door. Things are cool. We're just chilling, smoked a couple of bowls and we're watching a movie. He said he had something to show me in his room. I reluctantly followed. Just as I'm walking towards his bedroom stupidly, he wraps his hands around my neck, hard. I literally can't breathe and I'm fairly certain I'm turning blue at this point, and he is just relentless. Not only is he asphyxiating me, now he's yelling in my face, "Are you scared?" Fuck yes, I am scared. You are trying to kill me now. I started to struggle and he was gripping even harder. I'm not kidding, I seriously thought this guy was gonna kill me and I was about to die. By some miracle I wriggled out of his grasp and started screaming. I luckily managed to make it to the door, slammed it behind me and started sprinting to get out of there. I know I managed to get out of this situation, but I seriously think he would have killed me. Hey guys, I wanted to say a massive thank you to Deadpool for collabing with me on this video. He's got a really good channel and I strongly recommend you go and check it out. I'll link him in the description. We also have a collab coming out with some other narrators soon, so be sure to check that out too. Thanks guys. And here's a quick channel update. Sorry I've not been uploading too much recently. I literally made 3 videos. And these were pretty long videos, and every single time I've tried to upload them, I've had content ID claims, so I've not been able to. And it's really a joke at the minute, but I'll try and get through them. But just if you were wondering why I've not uploaded so much, you know why now. But I have plenty of good collabs lined up within the next month, and I'm really looking forward to doing them. If you have any video suggestions, please leave them in the comments below for me. Thanks guys, see ya.